Check, sibilance, check, 1, 2. Hello, good morning, everyone. I'll be starting in approximately 1 minute. How is my audio? I would love to know. My voice is a little scratchy. Hello, everyone. Good morning. It's not the morning. It's noon here on the East Coast. Live from the Hudson Valley. It's Value? The Hudson. Hold on. Let's do that again. Take 2 on Twitch Tuesday with me, your host, Daniel Schiffman on the coding train. I'm so excited to be here with all of you today. What's going to happen? I couldn't possibly tell you, but I'm feeling good. My energy is up. It's a balmy 28 degrees Fahrenheit outside. My heaters are working in here. The lights are working. I think I might have my mic levels a little bit better. Sometimes when I look down, oh, it's doing it. When I look down and talk, it goes way into the red. All right, turning this down a little bit. Turn it down a little bit. That's better, I think. Well, first of all, I want to say one thing. I believe that the Burb's Nest, if I've got the name right, Sable Ralph, who we raided last week, apparently also streams on Tuesdays at 12 p.m. Eastern. I believe it's the evening in Europe where that stream is broadcast from. So I will not be keeping this time. I set it for today. I will be keeping Tuesday because you can't have Twitch Tuesday without Tuesday. I mean, we could have Twitch Wednesday. Twitch Wednesday is actually not so bad. It's actually almost as better. Let's make it Twitch Wednesday. You heard it here first, everybody. Forget it. I'm going to shut this all off. I'll be back tomorrow. No, I'll keep this with today. But I do want to encourage you, if you're not familiar with Sable Ralph, Raphael de Corville, if I'm getting any kind of pronunciation anywhere close to accuracy. I'm looking at the chat. It's a little low now. Sorry about that, everybody. Then I would encourage you to check out the Creative Coding News Weekly, News Digest, Weekly Coding, Creative Coding. I forget what it is. It's great. I've tuned into it before. But I guess turn it up. All right. I hear you all. I hear you all loud and clear. And you really want to get the extra sound of me slurping my coffee. All right, now let's see here. By the way, one of the things I love about Twitch is I just love seeing first-time chat from viewer. I love Twitch. I don't know what I'm going to do. Today is technically the last Tuesday of this trial period of streaming on Twitch. I probably will go back to my YouTube streams starting the first week of February on Fridays, and maybe I'll maintain both. Maybe I'll cancel Twitch, maybe I'll cancel YouTube, I'm not sure. But one thing I was sort of thinking of doing was, if I look at my dashboard, let me see if I can pull this up in a way that's not giving away anything. Let me see here. I think this will be fine. I think I can show this no problem. This is my Twitch dashboard, which is telling me I need to get 50 followers, which I have. Woohoo! I have just vastly exceeded that because of the internet superstar that I am. I got my 1,000 plus followers on Twitch. I am averaging way above 3 concurrent viewers with my 39.3 viewers. Oh, I love all of you, especially you 0.3 viewer out there. Thank you for giving me 1/3 of your attention. That's about the appropriate amount of attention that you should give to me, 1/3, I would say. It's a maximum, maybe. I don't see the chat anymore, but Yes, just start singing. Oh, should I bring out my ukulele? I don't know where it went. That's a lie. It's right over. Actually, I don't know where it went. How strange. Did someone come in here and steal my ukulele? But what was I going to say? 7 days. This is the problem. 8 hours would be no problem because I could just, I could just do this for 4 hours, leave it on, or talk for 4 hours in my work session. But the 7 days, if today is the 25th, I got the 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th, 31st. I got 6 days. Today will be 4. So I only need to do 3 more. So maybe I should do 3 more streams. I mean, I'm also like on this roller coaster ride of trying to complete Genuary, which, if you're not familiar with, is a set of prompts for creative coding, generative art, and generative things for the whole month of January. And boy, was I excited January 1st. And I'm kind of struggling. Like the last 2 days, I've been doing my entire January prompt, like after my children go to sleep, in about 45 minutes between 10 p.m. and 10:45 p.m. is about when I've completed it. I'm going to take a look at what the most recent ones I built were, and that's what today's topic will be. I've got to make something for today. I believe the prompt is perspective. And I'm just taking a little peek at the chat. So maybe I should just like go all in on this Genuary and Twitch and just be here every day. I'm curious, anybody watching right now, which is approximately, no, there's no way there's 42 people watching right now. That's insane. Yeah, don't have a donate button like a real. It's kind of nice not to have all those features in a way. It's like, that's one of the things I've been enjoying about moving over here to just try Twitch. I think I've been feeling like a tremendous amount of pressure and inadequacy and failure, which I think is just sort of a normal way of feeling about doing any of this kind of online content making, streaming, video stuff. It never feels like it's as much as the other person you're looking at doing, and I'm probably that person for some people. And I think I set unrealistic goals for myself. And there's a thing about like doing this Twitch stream that I find refreshing, like no pressure, and just like whatever. I am kind of enjoying that aspect of it. But it would be nice to have all the fancy bells and whistles of the whatever you get with the affiliate stuff. You could fit in extra streams with a good pup cam stream. Yeah, one of the things so things are going well for me, if anyone wants to just check in the sense that like this is my first week of sabbatical from my NYU teaching job, and boy am I getting stuff done. not a lot, it's slow, and I'm a little overwhelmed still, but things didn't really get going because my kids finally went back to school this week. I mean, they've been in school, but it's been remote school. School is back in person. Hopefully that will go well. Thank you, turning coffee into theorems. Okay, that is an awesome name. If I could just do my life over again, I would like to turn my coffee. Well, let's see. We're going to turn this coffee right now into a theorem. I have to come up with a theorem. Maybe the coffee will go right to my brain. Will it work? It's very hot. The theorem, I think I'm conflating theorem and hypothesis. Can someone give me a good definition of a theorem? Bathtub stream. That's definitely not happening. It's Georgie. Wait, I was on a little roll here. I was talking about something. So this is the first week of my sabbatical, and I actually feel kind of like, I feel very much anxious right now and a tremendous amount of stress because I'm looking at my tripod, and it's like the camera is level, but the whole tripod is like diagonally askew, and I don't understand how it's not falling over. I should probably fix that, but I guess it's not falling over. It's been like that since last Tuesday because I haven't been working or recording anything in here, so I'll just leave it. But I think I'm getting into the swing of things, the rhythm of things, and I'm going to be able to start at a meeting, getting my Nature of Code book done, recording some new videos, back to live streaming, and all of that jazz. I've been hiring some new folks, getting more people to work on things with me. So, so yeah, things are going well. Yes, Mixer, it's all right. I didn't read your chat message, although it is on the screen. So one thing I never do with YouTube is I never run the chat burned into the video. But here on Twitch, it's a friendly, easygoing place. I should not be putting this out into the universe. I should probably have a bot and some moderators and all that stuff, but you know, I'm doing my best. Well, okay, I gained a couple viewers, and I should 48. Numbers are not what matters. All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look at the January creations, submissions, things that I made for January since last week. So I'm just going to switch this over here while I pull that up. How loud, by the way, is the hum in the background? Do you hear that low hum? I'll be quiet for a second. It's my heaters. I have new electric heaters, which will soon be powered by the solar panels. I still have to have an inspection, so that's still coming from the grid. And they're quite quiet, actually. But they do make a noise. If I were recording a proper video that I plan to edit and upload to YouTube, I would turn them off. But for the stream, I think I'm keeping them on. You can't hear it. Okay. This is not the last. I mean, I really don't think this is going to be the last Twitch stream. I'm enjoying this much too much. I had committed to doing it every Tuesday in January, but I see no reason why not to come back next Tuesday, unless I want to make it Wednesday for Twitch Wednesday. I need to do a poll, but I don't have. That's why I need to get affiliates so I can put a poll in the chat. Should it be Twitch Tuesday or Twitch Wednesday? I can put this up on Twitter. Let's put this up as a Twitter poll since I'm going there anyway. All right, I've got my Twitter profile up, and I'm going to bring that up on the screen. So we're going to reply to this tweet, and we're going to add a poll. Twitch Tuesday, Twitch Wednesday. I think that should have an E in it. So which one? This poll is only going to go for the next 2 hours. I need a funny thing that I can say with tw for the question. Like, Twitch one do you like? Twitch one. Is that too weird? Oh wait, but it would be that. Twitch twone. Twitch twone. Twitch twu to you. Is that 1 day and 2 hours? Okay, thank you. Twitch. I think I should just say Twitch. I think that's good. This is as clever as I'm capable of. Twitch. Twitch Tuesday, Twitch Wednesday. All right, here we go, everybody. 2 hours for this poll. Hello, Soviet Bill. Greetings to you. Twitch Tay. Okay, I'm just tweeting this. I'm done. Here we go. Send now. By the way, I signed up for, I can't believe I'm like the only loser to buy Twitter Blue. Because it gives me, you're seeing what you get. This is basically you're paying $3 a month to be able to undo your tweet. To me, that's incredibly valuable. But, the timer's going to run out. No, I can't undo it. All right, everybody go vote there. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Well, yeah, I can't believe I didn't include Twitter in that somehow. Twitter is not included in that. How could I have forgotten? How could I have neglected to bring that in? Okay, back to January. Let's take a look. So, this is wonderful, by the way. This just came in across my desk from K, Kwaku1 on Twitter, who writes, I just started reading The Nature of Code by Schiffman, and from the section on random walks, I made these P5JS sketches. 1, a random walker that tends to move in a circular pattern. That, to me, is just wild. And it actually looks like taking a regular random walk and like distorting it or like having a random walk around the surface of a sphere, for example. It has that kind of quality to it. I really love, I find this to be a very compelling, unique view on what a random walk could be. So I love that. Looking down here, so this I made. I can actually go to the live website. So let's go to the live website. So this was my contribution from yesterday. What this is actually doing is it is listening to Twitter for any tweet that includes the word random. And I have to apologize, I'm not doing any filtering. If I were to do more of this project, I would 100%, and really I should be doing this from the outset, I think, but I should be filtering tweets for, language, offensive language, NSFW stuff, that kind of thing. But it goes by pretty fast, so hopefully we'll be safe here. But what it does is it looks for any tweet with the word random in it, and then it just looks for what is the index of the word random within that tweet. So if it said the space random, it would be 0, 1, 2, THE space 4. 0, 1, 2, 3. So it would be, that's so hard to do on my fingers. So like, this is my 5th finger, but it's index 4. So I would get 4. So 4 modulus 4 would actually be 0, and then it would choose to go in the right direction. Yeah. Well, I should filter. Right? NFT is like every 3rd tweet is crypto. I mean, it really just shows you. I don't know if this is biased because of the word random, but it's like all I'm seeing is cryptocurrency and NFT tweets, which is kind of interesting. There's certainly a bias to the right, it would seem. So what is to the right if I looked at the code? I think I can probably just go right into the glitch code from here. Log in. I'm logging in through my Coding Train account. I have a password manager and all sorts of ways to get in and out of everything so quickly, but I'm just not capable of doing it. Not capable of doing it while I'm streaming. So I got to go to my password manager. This is totally not worth it, but I'm doing it anyway. I'm going to look for, here we go. All right, let's just move off of here. I don't think you can. I totally did not type that incorrectly. I should mute my mic. Mute my mic so you can't pick up my password from sound. Okay, my mic is back. What the? I try this again. Oh, I'll let you watch as I fail to type in my password. I'm going to mute my mic. Put on some music for you all. All right, looks like I made it in. Let's find vintage coal sting. So first of all, this was making me crazy yesterday. I cannot, for the life of me, figure out how to change the name of this project. Think about this. All right. Here's the name, right? Can't type it in here. If I press this, that's just removing the sidebar. I go to settings. I'm like, okay. Oh, edit details. It must be this, right? It must be edit details on the project page. So I'm going to go to edit details on the project page. These are not editable. There's an upload button. So I can upload an image. So then I'm like, oh, I must just need to hit this edit project, right? So then I click this edit project. And it takes me back here. Like, I spent like a half an hour on this. A half an hour of my 45 minutes of developing this project to try to rename it. Am I missing something so obvious? Please tell me. But what I wanted to show you was the code. If I go here and we see that I'm using sockets, so the server is listening to Twitch. and it sends a tweet message. It's not listening to Twitch, listening to Twitter. It sends, it opens up a WebSocket, and I should probably use this, right? But so it opens up a WebSocket. It has a tweet event. It gets the text of the tweet, looks for the index modulus 4, and sometimes it doesn't find it. I'm not sure why. So I skip it if it's -1, and then I call go walk with that value, and go walk takes that value and either goes to the right, left, up, or down. So it must be biased to getting 0. I wonder if there's just a lot of tweets where random is the first word, or is there something that's causing it to like trigger 0 more often based on just like the length of a tweet or something being 144 characters? I'm not sure. The range of possible indices, that would make sense. Okay, clicking on the project name to open the project options menu. Okay, click, click, click. Okay, I'm trying this. And click inside the project name. Yeah, I don't see that anywhere. I don't see how. Click, 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 click. I mean, do I want to do it in the settings? Click, click, click. Switch project remix. All right, we're going to the project page. Edit details on project page. Okay. All right. Where's the hand? Oh! Oh, I didn't understand that. I didn't understand. Great, okay. Well, I should leave it though because it's what I tweeted as, but that's fine. Twitter random walker. A random walk based on the word random appearing in tweets. Okay, there we go. Twitter rando walker. It's actually kind of better. So let's just see if I go to my tweet, will it automatically reroute me? No. Well, that's too bad. So, whoops. So it doesn't actually move, but so this is obviously very important that I do this right now. Twitter, yeah, just edit the tweet. Let's just say new link. No, that's not my new link. No, where is it? What happened? Whoa, share. It still says vintage coal sting. Oh, I found a glitch. I really have trouble with this platform. Okay. I'm going to get this. Glitch.me. There we go. Copy, paste, back to Twitter, and there we go. Okay. Yeah, there's no way I can edit my tweet. That would be hilarious if I could, if I somehow had that power. All right, so we're going through, and we are, oh, I want to look at my profile. And, oh yeah, we got it. This is cool. There's a new processing 4, so I should probably download that. That's what I do on Twitch Tuesday. Virtual Creative Coding Fest. You should definitely check it out. Sign up, RSVP. Look at all these amazing people doing workshops and things. I hope to be participating. Check that out. Ah, yes. This I'm super excited about. So I've been wanting to try to make a Mandelbulb for a really long time. Now, this isn't typically what you see as a Mandelbulb. If I do let me just look Mandelbulb. Let's just go to the Wikipedia page for a second. So this is what you will typically see as a Mandelbulb. This is a ray-traced version of this image, of this shape. But I did figure out how to get the math going to compute all of the points of a Mandel bulb in the same way that I compute all of the points of the Mandelbrot fractal in 2D. But in 2D, I just set every pixel to a color, and I have a nice flat image. The equivalent in 3D for me is to draw a dot in a three-dimensional space, but I just get this point cloud-like look. So what I need to figure out is, what is the next step for me to then make this into a mesh? And can I realistically do this just in sort of like raw OpenGL without shaders? Because there are plenty of examples of shaders and things that do it, but the code is quite hard to read and understand. So maybe in the end, I want to do a coding challenge to make the Mandel bulb. Maybe the coding challenge just does the point cloud and I leave it to the viewer to do more. But that's what I'm thinking about. If you have any... Ricolo is saying, the abstract vegetation sketch, you made this at 10 p.m. in about 45 minutes. So you're right. This did not take me only 45 minutes. I probably spent more like a couple hours on this. I'm remembering sort of like digging into it at night. I probably started this in the afternoon but didn't get anywhere. And then later I finally like, aha. But I did not spend a tremendous amount of time on this, mostly because I was able to just pull the formulas from shader examples and just like plot them into processing. So I didn't do a deep dive into understanding it in any significant way. But this I will turn into a video. So far, the greatest thing about Genuary, I mean, I've got to see this through. But the greatest thing about Genuary for me is I have 4 new coding challenge videos I'm ready to do. Mandelbulb being one of them. But if anybody has experience with this or with this type of 3D shape, I would be curious to know what I might need to research or look into. I mean, I could certainly do my own Delaunay triangulation of all these points, but that's going to take like, I mean, maybe I should just worry about rendering it as a static thing and not try to get it to animate. But anyway, we'll see. This is, I posted a bunch of videos that I previously made that were related to abstract vegetation. This is what I did. Make something that will look completely different in a year. Let's see how this looks now. It's really just a ripoff of the Twitter bot, the progress year. You can see we're at 6.71% through the year. So it will, by the way, secret, when it gets all the way here, the year 2023 will show up, in case you were wondering. So I did that. This is, I wouldn't say cheated exactly, but this says combine 2 or more of your pieces from previous days. Really, what I wanted to do was try the sand challenge and have these particles stick to the edges of this canvas and like pile up like sand, but I couldn't really get that to work. So I gave up on that, and I was just playing with the parameters and doing it in a slightly different way and then adding color. So this is really just like my space one. And this, by the way, this really looks terrible compression-wise. So I should post a nicer version of it somewhere. And it looks like a rose. That's exactly what my kid said. Looks like a flower, looks like a rose. So usually, I would say, Ricola, usually on my YouTube streams, I'm not able to just pull up random stuff from the chat and look at it. But here on Twitch, the vibe is totally different. And the audience is the core essence of the viewers and fans of the coding trade. So I'm going to take a leap of faith. I also am always worried about people sending me weird stuff. I'm happily going to take a look at your wonderful work. A mouse following experience that is not only fun, but also average. I like this. A flow field as beautiful as the ocean. Boy, I see a lot. You really are a dedicated coding train viewer. I can see. Look at all these variations. Do you know how to add your variations of these to the Coding Train website? Because the Coding Train website is undergoing a full redesign, and the contributions will be featured more. So if I were to go here under Coding Challenges and go under, so say like flocking, and go here, take a look. This one actually has a lot, this long list of contributions of different versions that people made. But the new version of the website is going to have thumbnails and a different way of browsing them. So please, Ricolo, I see if I'm sending your name, please, please submit them to the website if you have the time and inclination. Let's take a look at, I'm trying to decide which one I want to look at because they're all so exciting. Fireworks, I think I'm really interested in your flow field because it says it's as beautiful as the ocean. But this one is not only fun, but also average, and that is very appealing to me. Okay, it's decided. Simple particle system. The particles are created by creating a new particle object, pushing it into an array every animation frame. The particle object has a position, velocity, and acceleration. The bigger circle is positioned at the average position. I see why it's average. Ha, you got me there. I see what you did there. Very nice. I would say this is above average. This is above average particle system at the average of all the particles. Change the options by clicking on the settings icon. Oh, cool. Oh, so this is great. I love that you have a menu here. One thing that I would say is a little bit, one little interaction feedback that I might give you that I'm just thinking of now is that because it's following the mouse, if I have this menu open, I can't see it. So I wonder if there might be some way that when you, I don't know, maybe when you click that open, it pushes it to the side. This is not an easy thing to handle, but how would you handle that? Because I want to see it in real-time update. Let's try the pastel. I like that. Particles color, blob color. The other thing you might try experimenting with is having the particles fade to alpha. I mean, maybe you made a specific design decision not to do that. I'm not suggesting that that is better inherently, but that's a sort of typical implementation that I see with particles sort of fading out. It gives it a smokier-like quality to it. But this is really nice how you've done this sort of embedded documentation with settings. I really like this, and I can only assume you have the same amount of wonderfulness across all of your projects. Everybody check it out. All right, Fox the Bomb has got something to look at here. The Chrome dinosaur game created with P5JS. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger and refresh. Whoops. Oh, there's a way, by the way, to turn off the spacebar scrolling, which you might want to do. I don't know, maybe it's only my issue, but I love this. This is fantastic. A little bit dark. Maybe that's the idea. I can turn my brightness up. Oh, look at that. Oh, I forgot. I love your cityscape back there. That is fantastic. Is that procedurally generated? That's really cool. I love just the whole aesthetic of this. I might suggest putting the score in a similar kind of visual style because the score right now feels quite disconnected for me from the rest of it. But that's something I might say. Okay, great work. That's really exciting to see. All right, we were going back through my January contributions. Let's see. This one I really liked. This is one of my favorites that I made. A sea of shapes. This is just my Perlin Noise landscape coding challenge in P5JS, drawing different 3D shapes at the locations and using some kind of like specular material so it has a kind of a shininess to it. This was great. Retweeted that. This is day 19 using text and typography. So this is just using Box 2D in processing. This is a wonderful project from Lin Yoon for Genuary. And then, so then last week I did the VHS. So this was where my VHS one ended up. I decided to try to do the DVD meme, but with the VHS logo. I mean, it makes no sense. So the tape is spinning back and forth. I know Joseph, I don't know if you're watching, submitted a pull request to like make that look a little nicer. I did a very poor job of like defining the edges of this television well, so the VHS bounces in weird ways. And this is not a perfectly looping video. It just like turns around and goes back. But there you go. Ricola says, thanks for the feedback. The reason I started coding, and that is now my job, is mainly due to your videos. I mean, this is like, that's amazing to me. That is really amazing to me. Hi, Joseph is here. And so is Kangaroo. So many people, the Twitches, I was going to say lit, but I think I'm too old to say that. So I'll just say on fire. The chat is on fire. The Twitch audience is on fire today. All right. I'm not looking at my phone. I see notifications. I see Twitter notifications, email. I'm not looking at those. There's no text message or anything from my children's school. That's the only thing I would need to look at right now. All right. So now we've got to get to today. So today's prompt is, I'm really excited about this, by the way. Tomorrow is airport carpet, which is really something. It was a little sad that this was yesterday's prompt, because this is really very on brand for the coding train. Create your own pseudo random number generator, and I would have really enjoyed having time to do that on the stream. I could have saved it for today, I guess, but I really, when I sign up for one of these things, I'm locked in to the rules of it. I think the spirit of Genuary is to be very flexible with the rules, but I'm if I'm doing it, I've got to do it every day, and I've got to follow the exact. If I just give myself any kind of room, then it's going to fall apart. The house of cards will kind of tumble, and I will not be doing Genuary anymore. So today, I'm doing perspective. Now, what I actually thought would be interesting to tackle, but I've already done it, is matrix. Coding challenge, 3D perspective, coding train. I think this will come up what I'm thinking of. Yeah. So this is a video I did on 3D rendering with rotation and projection, which does not use any built-in 3D renderer. It's very crude and simple, but I did all of the raw math for creating that 3D perspective in the code itself. So maybe I build on top of this. Let's download it. Let's also go and get the latest version of processing, because there is a new beta 4 since last week. Ray casting. Do you know the book Creating Symmetry, The Artful Mathematics of Wallpaper Patterns? I don't know if I have that one. I have a book that has the title Symmetry, for sure, because I remember it being a source of inspiration to me. But I don't recall. I don't recall if it's the same book or a different book. It was years ago that I have it somewhere still, but I haven't looked at it in years. All right, here we are, a new version of processing. Let's just throw it on the desktop. Replace the old, in with the old, out with the new. Let's close this. In with the old, out with the new is what I just said. I believe I have that wrong. I believe it is out with the old, in with the new. In with the new, out with the old. Let's see, are we going to get beta 4? I'm on beta 4. I want to see you pop up. Okay. Yeah, I want to. Hello. I have never been so sure of anything in my entire life. I am sure, absolutely sure, that I want to open it. Do you have a favorite programming book? Wow, that's a tough one. The Processing Handbook? Casey Reese and Ben Fry Processing Handbook? That's a good one. Simon, I'm so glad to see you here. I cannot believe you missed everything till now. Let's take a look and see if there are any new themes I need to explore. Wait. Update theme. I don't think that does anything yet. I think Little Bird told me that there might be a way for you to generate your own themes. But we'll see. I like the purple. So now we're opening under downloads. Didn't I download it? Whoa, what is going on? I downloaded processing. But did I download this? No. Yes, I did. Everything is called processing with a different name. Oh dear. All right, let's open this up. Ooh. Oh, this looks better. I don't remember the contrast being so good last week of this theme, but I absolutely love it. Close this. So let's take a look. So would it be of interest for me to do something more with this? I don't know what I would do. Because I make this array of points, and then I make a rotation matrices, and I do some kind of multiplication stuff. I definitely understood this, figured it out. Oh, and then I connect them with lines. What library? I think the libraries should come. I think the libraries will stay if you upgrade because they're in a separate folder that's part of your documents. Yeah, I know. I'm drawing a blank here for under perspective. I don't know if this is the direction I want to go in. Of course, I have my hypercube also, but I've already done that. So those are things I would have done if I hadn't already done that. I mean, I could make, one thing I'd be curious to try is, it's the game called, when I was a young lad, Grand Prix Circuit. There was a game I played called Monaco GP for the Apple II. And it looked like this. It had perspective. So I was wondering if I could create that kind of feeling. What is this? Racer. Yeah. Are you getting this audio? Oh my God, this is so good. Oh, this is totally what I'm doing. Oh my God. Oh, I love it so much. So by the way, sorry that audio is like might be like a little bit jarring, but so I think I had a more, like I would have had an Apple II Plus. I want to say 83. Let's see, second grade. Let's say fourth grade. So in fourth grade, how old are you? In 10, I would have been in fifth grade. Could have been fourth or fifth grade, I would have had it. So 82 or 83. So I think I had a more sophisticated version of this. But it was literally on a tape, a cassette tape that I would load in my Apple II Plus. And guess what? Guess what? I mean, I hope everything goes well this year because I am planning to drive myself in a vehicle from upstate New York, I don't know, Hudson Valley area, down to Baltimore, Maryland, where I grew up, and in the attic of my parents' house, where they still live, is an old Apple II Plus computer in, I don't want to say pristine condition, but in excellent working condition. I plan to retrieve that computer, bring it back up here, install it in my studio space, get whatever analog video signal I can get out of it, put it into Open Broadcast Studio, and broadcast some live streams coding on an Apple II. Because as much as I say I didn't start programming until I was 28, I was a computer enthusiast for a couple years in elementary school, and I did write some code in BASIC and do a lot of stuff on the Apple II Plus, one of which was to play this game called Monaco GP. And I believe that this feels like I could make this happen right now as a quick implementation. So the question is, should I just go straight for doing this in P5, or should I do it? I'm going to do it in processing, and I'll port it to P5. Yeah, wow, that would be wild if I could. Maybe I should do. I was thinking of live streaming with the Apple II Plus, but maybe I should actually do it more as a kind of recorded. Yeah, we're going to see. Just stay tuned. I'm going to figure that out. All right, so new sketch. Out with the old, in with the new. What would you say? I would say the aspect ratio of this is probably 4:3. So let's do size 400, 300. We're going to call this Racer, 1979 Racer. So Uvoto is asking for P5. I can make a commitment to, regardless of how far I get today and doing this today, by the end of today when I publish it on my Twitter as today's January contribution, I will make sure a P5 version is included. Okay? Is that enough? I hope that's good enough. But do 640 by 480. All right, Simon. Clan Rivals. Clan Rivals, how did you just find this? Because it sounds like you are somebody who watched my videos on YouTube, but just wandered in here to Twitch by accident. Is that true? I'm wondering. This is the most viewers I've ever had on Twitch. It's very exciting. And thank you, Riccolo IC. Okay, so now, this is really, really need a second monitor. Maybe I don't need all this screen space for my code. It'll be simple enough. And I can kind of like, no, that's not helping. That's fine. I can kind of get a reference of it there. So void draw. So background 0. Now there's this interesting rectangle, which is the width, and maybe that's like 1/4. And it's some kind of purplish color. So how do you make purple? You get some red, a tiny bit of green, and some blue. Let's see what we got so far. All right, that looks pretty good. That was like a total guess. I totally just made a complete guess of the RGB values for that color, and I got kind of close. Now, I do want it to be exact. I browse software and gaming a bit, but never knew you streamed here. This is new, Clan Rivals, all new. But I really like streaming on Twitch. I don't know why. I mean, it's the same in some ways. Just slightly different audience, slightly different chat, but it's 280 by 192. All right. Well, I'm going to try to keep this locked to an aspect ratio so I could, because like, maybe this isn't going to be super visible for you. And maybe I actually want it to appear more pixelated, so I have an idea. This is a little bit silly now. Probably shouldn't do this. This is a bad idea because I'm making the code overly complicated. But you know, in processing and in P5, you can draw to an off-screen buffer and then draw that buffer on the canvas. So if the size is 640 by 480, is that the same aspect ratio? I cannot do that math. Whoa, okay. So this has to then be canvas. So this is going to cause me some issues. I mean, I'm afraid to use just the single variable letter. I think I should stick with canvas. Am I going off into an unnecessary direction here? Oh. It's 480. That would be 480, 192, 400 minus 16, 384. This would be right. No, we're really. And then times 1.5. I can't do the. Oh, what's the David Snyder? What is the color? Oh, it's just 255, 255. I was trying to be fancy. Oh, 228, 47, 253. Okay, thank you. This is why I love streaming. 228, 47, 253. Okay. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that, Clan Rivals. You know, one thing I don't love about my setup, even though I love having this like nicer camera that's out there that gives me a sort of like bigger field of view, and I can talk to the camera and sort of perform better, and I like standing. I'm like a standing desk. Is I spend a lot of time looking at the computer like this while I'm streaming, and if I just used a camera that was like here, or even one that was like here, kind of pointed up, I'd be sort of more intimately connected with you. But this is what we're doing. We'll see. All right. So I want to get this to be the same size. Okay, this is just silly. I'm going to keep going. All right. So now what do I need? This looks like some kind of exponential algorithm. Like, what is the spacing of these lines? So the first thing I need to do is, let's try stroke. I don't think I should do that. I think I should back out of this canvas thing. And the only reason to use it is because it would give me a nice, but somebody can probably make this into a little PNG for me, right? Gotcha. Okay, so we'll come back to the color later. Simon is saying that the color is matching how it looks on my current fancy monitor, but probably the original color of the game was just 255, 255. I kind of, the PNG is on its way. So you know what, I think it's an interesting idea to use this canvas thing, but this is going to throw off people who might just be wanting to enjoy this project for what it is. So, okay, so 384, but let's make the aspect ratio right. 384 divided by 480 is 0.8. So 0.8 of, should I do 800, is 640. Of 640 is 512, okay? So we could do that. 640, 512. Let's do that. We don't know if it's really 1/4, but close enough. All right, we've got that going. Good stuff, good stuff. Now, I need to think about what is the total height between the height of the canvas, so it's 3/4. So I mean the start should be height times 25. The end should be height. Y plus, you know what? We'll do y equals this. While y is less than end, line y 0y with y, stroke weight, let's try 2, stroke 255, and let's just say y, that's a little space. That's what I don't get what the algorithm is, just in a very simple two-dimensional way to expand these lines. I mean, the one thing is that there are always just 4 of them, because if there's always just 4 of them, oh no, they're moving. Oh, of course. Ooh, right. So never mind. I need to do this as, I got it. I'm going to do a, what should I call this? Class road. And it gets a y. And we update it. We say y. I'm just gonna do it in a very crude way right now. And, you know, I'm in processing here. Let's put this in a separate tab. Again, this is probably was not coded in this fashion with this object-oriented methodology, but why not? I could certainly have just done this with an array and a loop, but I'm gonna stick with this. And then just watch this a little more. All right. And then we're going to have a road. Roads equals new road. What's the maximum we're sort of seeing here on screen? 4? 4? Can I get 5 at any point? I swear that's all 5 at one point. Is it just an illusion? Yeah, no, as soon as it leaves, I think there's only 4. I think there's only 4. And how did it start? I definitely need to do these screens. Oh, I definitely need to do that start. Oh my God, that is super cool how it like fades in. All right, I'll have to come back to that. But I might need some help with some of this. Okay, so first thing we need to do is say, roads index I is a new road, and y is height divided by 4. So y plus I, would it be like squared or something? Let's just see what I get. And then if I say need the y here. So I think I'm going to do this awkward thing that I kind of hate, but I'm going to do that now. Let's see. Okay, so those need to be expanded out a bit more. So is it, I'm just curious, what if I just give it a scaling factor first? Okay, so that's a good start. Oh, thanks for the car PNG image. So I'm not catching all the, oh, I could have, right, so scale would have been very reasonable, by the way. I don't know who just said that back. Right, this seems like the right idea. Just going to guess if it's some like, no. I mean, this is silly. Do I even have like the right idea of an algorithm here? Just assuming it's like okay, hold on, everybody. This is very silly. Do you think it's to the third power? Is it a different? Is it? Oh, there we go. Look at that. Oh, so close. Oh my God. 0.3. Yeah, look at that. Oh, that is. Oh, but so it must be like to the third power though, because that's not getting down there. Oh, but could it be I plus 1? Could it be I plus 1 so we don't have the 0? Right, so then we have it there. What am I missing here? Oh, but I also don't have not the exact size. Look up the algorithm for how perspective works? No, that would be ridiculous. Why would I ever do such thing? All right, let me just get it close enough right now, which we kind of had. Well, I assume the velocity of them, I mean, do you really think they're doing like perspective math? I was assuming they're just kind of growing and shrinking and moving things in 2D in a way that feels right. Anyway, I'm going to leave it. I gotta move, not get too hung up on this. That's pretty good. Yeah, I have a feeling it's, yeah, I mean, the one thing I could do, there's only 4 of them. I could give them a starting point that is like hand-picked. Let's do that. So let's comment this out. And let's say roads index 0 is a new road at height divided by 4 plus 2. One, two, three. There's only 4 of them. So then, hold on, let's just see what I've got here. So we could say this is probably this is like really ridiculous. Okay. What is the crazy algorithm that they're doing here? 3, 3, 0.5. I'm just making this up now. Looks like it adds the previous distance of the last gap. What does that mean? I would say it squares it. If this were 2, this would be 4. Oh, it's just double. It's double. It's double. All right. 2 plus, let's say we do the first one. The second one is, all right, let's go back to our roads. I'm determined to do this very precisely. Spacing equals 20. Y plus equals spacing times 2. Spacing times equals 2, right? So if we start this being 20 pixels, this will be 40 and this will be 80. I think that's the algorithm they've got there. So I think I just need to get that about right, which is more like 10 pixels. I guess it's more than double. No, this is not right. I give up. I give up. This is so ridiculous how stuck on this part I am. Adds the previous distance of the last. I think maybe it's 3 times. Try to make it move and fix the math later. Yes, any reasonable person would immediately do that. Oh boy. Boy, am I getting closer now. Double plus the previous? Is that what you're saying? Oh, interesting. So y goes plus spacing plus the previous is just 2. So if we call this 2, hold on. Spacing. Then isn't that what you're suggesting? Double the previous? Add hi where h is the height of the entire thing. Spacing plus 10 times I. You've all confused me. I think I'm going to go back to setting them manually, and then we'll come back to the math later. Okay, so we've got okay, this is going to be close enough for now. I don't even have my thing isn't even the same size. So this is close enough for now. And let's change the stroke weight, because I do need to move on from this weird little problem. Stroke weight to 4. Okay, and now, with that, this should be 4. Okay. So close enough for right now. I'm not going to worry about it. Then, now, we've got this. So I need both a x position of the break and the width of that break. So now we're going to say x is always going to be width divided by 2. Because they're going to start in the middle no matter what. Oh, but the roads could change. So I should be able to, let me make sure I can set it through the constructor. And then I also need like a width of that break. And that width should be something. So now we are going to say, there's 2 lines. The line goes from 0y to x, comma y, or x minus w, half of w. And then we draw a line that's from x plus half of w. So let's make a variable called hw is 0.5 times w, that's half w. I could just consider w to be the half, but whatever. And then x minus hw, x plus hw, and then to the width. And then now, the roads should all have half the width. Again, I will make some nice algorithm maybe to start them. And they're all going to, and then their width should be, let's just try 2 pixels, 4 pixels, 8 pixels, 16 pixels, and see how that looks. What's wrong here? Oh, that needs to be a semicolon. W cannot be resolved. Oh, we need a semicolon. Whoa, what just happened here? Oh, the x is first. So x, 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 x. Okay, so this should be 4, 8, 16, 32. Let's try that. And, okay. Not anywhere close to what it should be. So 4, 2. Let's do this. 4, 16, 128. Well, it can't be 512. That's crazy. 2, no, 128 should probably be the last. 64, 256. Kind of making up something. That looks good. It actually looks pretty good. Let's just see here. How does that match up? I mean, is there a specific formula there? Huh. Well, this is going to be a problem. Oh, but I can map them. I could just do a mapping. Okay, that's fine. I'll do like a linear interpolation mapping. So, I don't know. Well, let's now do update. Y plus equals 5 with plus equals 2. Let's just see what happens. Okay, now okay, so that's good. So now if y, I think that's just somebody working on the wall out here. The electrical solar work is being done still. If y is greater than height, y equals 4. Let's go see what happens here. Oh, no, okay. What's the original y? Let's do float. Oh, no, we don't want to do original y. We have to, yeah, okay. I should probably make this a global variable. That's pretty terrible. Okay, so obviously this is not correct for a number of reasons. W equals, what's the reset value is 4. This is 4 plus 0.25 times height. And this is 4, okay. This is going to be wrong in so many ways. All right, so we're kind of getting the idea here, but they have to progressively move faster as they move down. And so we need a speed. I could just do a function of time and find their location according to time, like squaring it or something. I don't know. I know it's like this is turning out to be a much more interesting problem than I thought. Like if I want to really accurately emulate this, which I think right now I might give up on and just kind of make my own sort of pseudo version of it. But basically, I think that if I start each one with a y velocity and y velocity equals 1, y plus equal y velocity, and then what if I were to just like increase it by some percentage? I'm gonna have to do the same. This is really bothering me. What if I like just increase it by 5%? Okay, okay. Well, hold on, everybody. Vy equals 1. Like, let's see what happens here. Oh, no, 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 no. The problem is, they all have to start with where they would be. I think I should make their position a function of time and where they currently are, right? Oh, this is making me so crazy. I know the gaps are going to move. I haven't gotten to that part yet. I definitely need the gaps to move. I just was trying to get it to look like it's a straight road. Let's watch this again. Like, I just want this effect of the straight road. And then I can start to shift them. And I have nothing close to that. So what if I just do one road for a second? Well, it's easier to think about as just one road. This looks like the right idea. But first of all, it's... Oh, well, the W is clearly also needs to... Yeah, that's much better. So those should definitely match. The question is, do I just start their initial velocities according to... So I could, as a way of doing this, yes, this is what I'm making. Racer from 1979, Apple II. But I'm doing it in the most insane, worst possible way. Okay. I may know how to do this. I'm just like losing my mind about it a little bit because this seems totally insane what I'm doing. Well, I am resetting the road position when it gets out of the screen. I need new stuff. So, all right, what I need to do is I need to organically have its velocity start based on where it's starting. That's the problem. I mean, what I could do is I got a weird sort of idea. So if I go back to all four, I mean, this is totally crazy. And I just start them at the same location. Watch, this is really insane, but I'm going to do it this way. Let me work out this weird idea I have. I don't think this is how they did it, but I kind of like this weird idea. If they all start at exactly the same place, they're all doing that. But what if I say roads, index I, move, and I tell it to move 20 steps, a roads 1. So, and then I make a function called move, and I give it a count, and I just say for int I equals 0, I is less than count, I plus plus, update. So I just like move it ahead according to this algorithm. So now, let's not put update here, and I should have roads 1 starting there. And then I should have roads 2, let's move it 40 times, and roads 3, move it 60 times. Right? Oh, this is getting good. Because now I'm kind of back to what I was at. If I go back to the opening screen, oh, I gotta have that. Okay, so if we go back to this, I would say let's move it like 10, 20, 30. 10, let's move 15, 25, 40. Wait, what? Aha, I love it. I love it. That's pretty good. It's like kind of close-ish. And now, check this out. Oh, whoops, that's the YouTube video. Look at that. All right. Oh, yes. Yes, I love it. Okay, where's that PNG that somebody sent me? Which is a lazy way of doing this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Scrolling up in the chat. This is pretty. Is this a transparent PNG? Guess we'll find out. Documents, processing, racer, data. Okay. Now. P image car. Car equals load image. Let's rename that file. How about it? Oh, it is. Did you draw that? That is so impressive. I love that. It's a little janky there, but it's absolutely beautiful. Chat pause due to scroll. Okay. Okay. So now we need car X. Car X equals width divided by 2. Image mode center. Image car X. And I'm just going to guess right now, height times 0.75. Car X cannot be, oh. Looking good. Yeah. Okay, a little bit bigger. So let's have it be, I'm sure everyone would love to watch Dan trying to draw the car with code using a bunch of rectangles. That'll be for a future version of it. It's not a bad idea. Let's take a look at this design. I mean, it really, to be authentically this. Oh yeah, I could do this with a nice for loop. Okay, we are doing this. A little sine wave or something. We're totally doing, oh my God. I mean, I could just make this in Photoshop really fast by using the magic wand that I learned last week with the VHS. This should really be drawn with code, but I think in the interest of time right now, I should stick with it as a PNG. I think I need a slightly bigger one. Let's open up our fancy Photoshop here. I'm gonna see if I can make my own version of it. Open, you can see. Now if I, where's that magic wand again? Here it is. And oh wait, so first I learned this last week. I need to duplicate this layer. Then I need to delete this layer. Then I need to use the magic wand, delete, no, here. Use the magic wand. Oh, this layer I need to delete everything. Select. Okay, this should now be able to do save a copy. Save to your computer. Processing, what? Documents, processing, racer, data, car2.png. Let's try this. I don't know what size that is, but we can resize it easily if we need to. Ooh, looking good. So let's just make it a little bit smaller myself. Let's do duplicate. Call this one car 3. Adjust size. Let's try 292 sounds like a nice number. Whoa. Did I not save it? That looks like the same size. What's going on here? Wait, car 3 is... I guess it's not that different. There we go. This is looking good. Okay. We've got it now. So now, arrow keys to move the car. That's simple, right? Yeah, the PNG, Mac is funny and it'll like sometimes hide the file extension and sometimes not hide it. So that's what's going on here. I really should have been recording this session. We could have maybe turned this into a video, but it's fine. I'm just doing these for fun. I can always redo them. I don't know. I'm just doing whatever. Okay, I really need the sound effects though. If anybody can find those sound effects anywhere on the internet, would love to include those in the P5 version. So I assume I just use the arrow keys. I know there's key is down in P5. Do we have the same thing in processing? Let me get rid of Photoshop here. No, okay. Let's see, processing reference. Dot reference. Key press, key release, key typed. Any key is pressed. So there's a Boolean variable if key is pressed called once. All right, let's try key code. Okay, let's try this. Let's just try moving it 1 pixel at a time. Okay, so this is the right idea, but I think I need to be able to move it a little bit more. So let's do... Yeah, this feels good. Okay, now... So there's a flaw in this. I remember this interaction stuff is weird, like basically I'm holding to the right down and I press to the left, but I let go of to the left and it doesn't move back to the right. I've dealt with this before. I know how to do this instantly in P5 because there's a nice is key down function. I think I've used key pressed and released. Remove the else. Oh. Will that really do it? But then the order would matter. No. I think I need to find out which key was released. No, that's not the issue, because I'll show you what I mean here. So I'm pressing right. Now I'm pressing left. I let go of left. My right is still being pressed, but the last key code that got pressed was left. So the key code is left, but there is still a key pressed. So I think what I need to do, I've done this before, but I've forgotten, in processing at least, is if key code equals right, then I mean, with an object, I could turn things on and off more easily. So this is a little bit silly what I'm doing here. Hold on. I know what to do. If the key code is right, move it to the right. If the key code is left, move it to the left. Key released, car move is set to 0. Now in the P5 version, I don't need to do it this way. And then now, I can just say car x plus equal car move. Is that what I called it? Car move? Because, and then I need car move to start at 0. Oh, did I do it, make it twice? Yeah. So if I have a car move, and then whenever I press the key, I'm setting it one way or the other. Release any key, it goes back to 0. This should work. Yeah, this works. It's a little bit, it's still a little awkward if you like are holding down both keys, but I don't know if this will tell me which key was released, though. I don't think it will. I don't think there's any way to know which key was released. I mean, there must be a way to know. I think the processing key released function is just a generic event. I don't know if it's mapped. All right, I'm not going to get too stuck on this. This could be cleaned up later. I want to make something I can drive now. Okay, so I have to think about this. So now I have to keep track of the road. Oh, I could do this with Perlin noise, which is probably not how they did it, but let's do it. Let's make a variable called x offset. Let's make a say x offset plus equals 0.01. And then whenever it gets to a new, you know what? It should be here. We're just going to move through the noise space only when we're creating a new road. And then x equals width times noise of x offset. Cool. Look at that. Oh. Now, this doesn't really have the same quality. Like, it's interesting, but now I feel like I just need I want to make it an AI driver. I'm kind of addicted to doing this. So let's watch the video and see like if we can come up with a slightly, maybe I use like a sine wave or some other kind of randomness. Oh, it just does it a lot more. Like it goes to the left, comes back. Goes to the left again. So I think it was cool to use noise, but I think I could just randomly every so often pick a big turn for it to do. So let's do it that way. I want to mirror it what it actually does a bit more. So we'll save this as a different idea. But what I'm going to do is call this direction x, and it equals 0. Well, I guess it equals width divided by 2 to start. Well, that's the car. No, not the car x. Yeah, road x. We'll call it road x. Then road x also starts at 0.5 times width. I'm trying to get in the habit. I'm not sure why, but I kind of feel like, and I really want these spaces to be there. It's very important. And then now, what we're going to say is, and then I'm going to have a target x. And target x also equals road x right now. And then what we're going to do is every so often, if there's like a small chance, a 1% chance every frame, that target x, so let's do actually 0, 5, target x should equal 0. Okay, so hold on. So we're going to get a random number. If that random number is 0.5%, target x is 0. Otherwise, if it is between 0.005 and 0.1, target x equals width. And then road x always equals lerp. Road x and target x go to the target like 10% of the way there. Let's see what this does. Oh, but then when it gets there, I have to put target x back to the middle. All right, I don't know. All right, let's print out target x. Oh, so it just, it shouldn't be able to, This is very silly, but I'm going to add a Boolean called turning, and it's false. As long as it is not turning, or else if it is not turning, and then road x, target x, let's make this like 0.25. No, and then if absolute value of road x minus target x is less than 1, turning is back equal to false. Turning is true here, and turning is true here. You're following this logic? Basically, what I'm doing is every so often, I'm going to pick the road to turn to the right or the left, and it's going to lerp all the way there. Road x equals road x, target x. And then once it gets there, it'll, once it gets there, target x has to be back in the middle. And it's no longer turning. All right, well, let's just see what happens here. I missed one little piece of Boolean logic. I'm not looking at the chat now. Is it ever going to turn? I should just draw what target x is on the screen. Wait, it's 320, but it's not lerping there. Oh, wait a second. I forgot to have it set to be road x. I might have had it fine at the beginning, in the first place. I forgot to set it to road x. That's the whole point. Yeah, okay. So 0.25 is way too much. let's make the lerping much less. And if road x, okay, hold on. If road x minus target x is less than 1 and target x is not equal to 0.5 of the width, then the target x should go back to the middle. And then else if absolute value of road x minus target x, so let's just do float diff equals the absolute value of road x minus target x. This logic is insane what I'm doing. If it's different than, if it's less than 1 pixels away, but the target is not the middle, then set the target to the middle. Then, if it is less than 1 pixel away, now we can finally say turning is false. We're no longer turning, and we can possibly turn again. Okay, here we go. Turning to the right. And it should go, oh, okay. So this is very slow to get back. So this difference should be less than 5, and the lerp should probably be twice as fast. Okay, here we go. This looks to me to be like how it was. All right, now the question is, can I create an AI driver? I mean, that would be pretty easy, right? Because I know, oh, I could totally do like a neural network to drive. Okay, I'm not going to, this is basically Flappy Bird. This is Flappy Bird, by the way, everybody. Thank you very much. It's like 1979 version of Flappy Bird. Instead of 0 in width, try 0.1 width and 0.9 width. That is a good idea. Thank you. So here's the thing. I'm going to upload this. Let's make a P5 version. This turned out surprisingly well. The question is, let's see this through now. Sorry for this. Oh. So the question is, I don't think I have the stomach, it's already 2 o'clock right now, to do these opening screens. I mean, oh, jeez. Oh, they're so good, though. I mean, this I should at least do. Let's watch that again. Does it? Okay. All right, we can do that. We're going to do at least a little opening animation. We're going to at least do an opening animation. Then I'm going to be done, port to P5. Oh, camera went off. What just happened? Is it doing the overheating thing again? Maybe it's too hot in here. Or did the battery die? I don't think the battery died. Let me see. No, the battery's pretty full. I should take the battery out, I think, if it's plugged in. I think that's probably what I need to do. All right, hopefully that's not going to keep happening. But, all right. So what do I want to do? I will refactor this later. Starting is true. So we don't want to... All right, I'm going to just do this. If starting, and then we're going to make a variable that's just going to call it purple H. And purple H plus plus. So we are going to draw the rectangle with that height. And if purple H is greater than or equal to a height times 0.25, starting is false. So let me just try this for a second. Okay, so that's coming in. So a couple other things. Don't draw this, what's a better way to do this? So I don't want to do any of this. I have an idea. If starting, return. So that should break me out of the draw loop. Great. And then the road, R is roads index I, and I'm going to call this road count. Other ways I could do this, of course, but road, where's my starting thing? Yeah. Road count equals 0. So now, where's my starting thing? If purple H is greater than height times 0.25, then road count plus plus. If road count is greater than or equal to roads.length minus 1. Oh, is the stream? Oh, yeah. Sorry, everybody. I'm having a bad internet moment. Let's see if it'll come back. Oh, I'm back. Okay. Okay. I think I'm back. Yeah, I should be back now. Okay, what was I doing? I'm doing this insane thing. I'm going to say starting is false. And I don't need to print out target X anymore. So this should then draw that. And then, oops, okay. Yeah, one more to do. Boom. So these lines should come out a little bit slower. So I think I can do, maybe I'll just do if frame count modulus 10 equals 0. Oh, but that's still going. Okay. This is like such a ridiculous algorithm, but okay. Here comes, boom, boom, boom. There we go. And now we should start to drive. So then I can, why is it not? Oh, because now I need to run update. I think this is just live right now because my camera went out again. Oh, everything's falling apart. But I think I'm wrapping this up. I'm going to upload it to GitHub and make a P5 version. I could do the P5 version really fast. So if people wanted to pull requests to that, they could come back. Okay. But I think this is it for right now. Okay, here we go. Well, that's really slow, though. Hold on, let's make this modulus 5, and let's increase this by 2. Okay, whoops. Let's run it again. There we go. Oh, I got to drive. And maybe we should make it less likely. I'm going to make it less likely to turn. Okay, I'm going to very quickly make a P5 version of this. And then, I'm trying to think of what to do here. Let's make a P5 version. Okay, so let's go to iTerm. Sure. Normally I would do this later, but this is going to be so fast. Famous last words, of course. Documents. Processing. So let's do this. Well, let me close this. We're going to put all this in here. I'm going to put it in the web editor, but I think for now to upload it to GitHub so that I can accept if people want to like make some adjustments and things to improve it. Let's do it this way. So now, we're going to do this. So we're going to go to, it should be back. I've got green. My internet is just being wonky, but it should be okay now. So sorry about that. So index.html. And sketch.js and road.js. So now, let's first quickly convert this to JavaScript. I've done this kind of stuff so many times. Oh, whoops. Oh, I'm back. I'm back. It might go out again because I was just sent a text to try resetting the router, which is in a different room. So we'll see. But I'm just quickly doing the conversion to P5. So, I'm just adding the image. This should all be the same. I'm just going to keep this, although I can fix this with the key is down thing. But I just want to get this to work right now. Everything is the same so far. This is a let. This is a const. This is R of roads. That's a const. That's a const. I think this is everything. I think I did everything. Oh, that's useful. Thank you, Bruno, about the disconnection issues. I will need to be reminded about that another time. But okay, so now if I just go here and grab this, I'm going to leave the sound library in because I hope to eventually have some sound. I don't need a style sheet. So now let's run a server and let's see what I got. So what error message do I have? Oh, I don't have the image. There we go. All right, the keyboard stuff doesn't work. Let's just look at key is down. So let me fix that. Whoa, what's happening to the P5 reference? Something weird happened. Key is down. Key code, up arrow, down arrow. So it's left arrow, right arrow. So I actually can make this much simpler, I think, in the sense that I don't think I need the car move. I'm going to leave it, though. But I can take this out. I can take this out. If key is down, right arrow, car move equals 4. Else if key is down, left arrow, I might have the same problem. Car move equals -4, else car move equals 0. I wonder if I should actually just leave it as I had. Hold on, just curious. But maybe the key codes are right arrow and left arrow. Okay, let's see. Yeah. All right, I'm just going to leave it as is. It looks like it's running slower, but I'm not going to get too bent out of shape. I haven't seen it. Oh, there we go. Turn to the right. Okay. Does this feel slower to you? Oh, you know what it is? when I'm streaming, it runs at 30 frames per second, the canvas, just because of the way the monitor and browser is locked together. So it'll actually be 60 FPS probably if you run it. So anyway, let me very quickly create a GitHub repo called, and again, I always request people to fill out the README with information about this game and everything, but I'm just going to call this, Racer 1979 Apple II. Yeah, Monaco GP is what I remember it as. Whoops. Racer 1979. Genuary. What is this, day 25? Racer 1979. Genuary, day 25. Public. Okay, I should be back now. Okay, things are back, but I'm pretty much done. So I'm going to put this into the chat. So this is the end of the stream. I wanted to at least try to come back so that the end of the stream wasn't the stream just crashing. So before it goes down again, let me just say thank you to everyone tuning in. This is what we made today, a version of a game that I actually used to play as a child of the 80s. It was called Monaco GP. That's how I remember it. I think it was a slightly later version of this, or at least in my memory, the graphics were a little fancier. I'm just going off of that YouTube video we found, and you can play this now in P5. There's no score, there's no anything. But if you have any ideas for improving this, you should feel free to file issues or pull requests to here, either in the P5 or the processing version, or both. And at some point, I'm going to make a P5 version in the web editor so that I can post this to my Twitter feed for January 2022. So if there's any questions or people have anything they want to ask about before I go, I don't know what's coming next because January is ending. If I got I might just stream this has turned out to be quite a long stream, so I don't know what my hours will be. I don't know if I want to just try to reach the affiliate status in January. So I don't know. I'd love your feedback. I mean, I'm not asking the wrong people because everybody probably left. And if you're watching me on Twitch, you probably want me to stream on Twitch. But we'll see. Oh, what did you just make, Uvoto? Awesome. Is this exactly the same version? I love it. Nice work. Oh, yeah, oh, sorry. I came over here and I started looking at it, which you don't see. The reason why I went to here is because I was going to go to my Twitch dashboard. And I'm going to see if there's somebody we can raid. Oh, we can raid Twitch dashboard. That's coming through, isn't it? Let me turn the laptop audio. How do I mute this? I can't mute this. There we go, mute. Okay. So I'm going to go to the creator. I think Sable Ralph is still streaming. So we're going to do another raid. How do I do that? Stream manager, raid channel, Sable Ralph. And here we go, everybody. I'm going to press the start raid button, which I think is going to send our chat to over there. All right, everybody, thank you for tuning in. Please follow me. The camera went out. Please, silent. You're hearing me, but I'm just putting this end screen up. Please follow me on Twitter and engage with the Genuary stuff there. Join the Coding Train Discord, which is thecodingtrain.com/Discord. I will put that into the chat, just so if anybody here is not in the Discord, you can join. And I will see you all soon. I'm pressing this raid button now. Here we go.